Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, coming to you from the Shade Wagon Studio.
Black gold, bubbling crude, Texas tea. We've all heard those terms before. We're talking about oil. And how do we get it out of the ground from here all the way over to here? There's a ton of science that AMSOIL puts into it to make that product, man. Talk a little bit about it.
I'm gonna give you a short answer version of that. Otherwise, we're gonna need more than a 30-minute show to get this done. To get from the crude process requires a refinery. The oil is refined as it comes out of the ground. That would be considered your conventionals, your minerals, your crude oil comes right out of the ground, runs through the refinery. At the refinery, the oil can be cut off based on temperature, and it turns into different things, diesel fuel being one of them, gasoline being one of them. But oil, the base stocks that we use, which makes up 80% of the product, comes from that process.
And it gets to this product here. Now, also, we're talking about synthetic and conventional oil. Now, crude, is it crude or not crude? I know there's a lot of misconceptions there, and I don't even know. Walk us through that process.
Right, and that's what you have to understand, is that 80% of our product is base oil, not crude oil. Okay, to build a synthetic, and there's several ways that this can be done, but many of the synthetics that we use at AMSOIL are the higher end synthetics. So what that means is you take a molecule, if you will, you have to get all the way down to that molecular structure. You take a molecule, you react it with some other things that we're not getting into, and you end up with a brand new molecule on the other end of that. There's your synthetic molecule. You continue to do that over and over and over again. That's what creates your true synthetic, full synthetic base stock.
Now, as a customer, what do I do? Do I put regular oil in, synthetic oil? What's my best choices? You have so many of them.
There's so many different products out there. There's blends, there's conventionals. AMSOIL obviously specializes in high-end, full synthetic products. So, you're going to find me recommending the synthetic every single time. But as you know, synthetics are just becoming, table stakes. They're showing up in the owner's manual. Because of the performance levels of some of these engines and the requirements, synthetics are becoming needed.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm all about table stakes. I'm all about buying the best products that I can possibly buy. Just go to AMSOIL.com and you'll find them all there.
If you look up the definition of Motorhead, you'll find a photo of Nikki Clark. She is our PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week. Now, when Nikki was little, her parents fielded an alcohol dragster, so naturally she was hooked. As an adult, she gravitated to the racing world, working in public relations for Ford and for various racing drivers. Her PR and media experience led her eventually to Wish TV in Indianapolis, where she's the programming and promotions director. And of course, being in Indianapolis, motorsports is a huge part of what Wish TV covers. And it's through Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network that Nikki hosts the popular podcast, Women Take the Wheel. Nikki tells me her passion is getting girls into motorsports and showing them the right way to do it. The Women Take the Wheel podcast features women involved in every form of racing and in every aspect of the sport. Nikki Clark is passionate about motorsports, to say the least, and her love for being a mentor to other women and girls makes her the perfect PaintedAutoParts.com Motorhead of the Week. Tell us who should be the next Motorhead of the Week. Just send us a note at motorheadgarage.tv. We've got more Motorhead Garage presented by DragonfireTools.com just around the corner. Stay tuned.